welcome. Joyce Odidison here, and I wanted to send the well-being intelligent moment for today. And it's interesting that we forget. I was speaking to a client, and the client said, I'm not happy. I don't feel fulfilled in my life, and I just feel there are so many empty places. And I know all of us get to that place where we need to do a bit of evaluation. Where am I? Am I doing the right things? Is this fulfilling? And that's part of growth. We should be doing that. If you find yourself not doing that, then something is wrong. You should be evaluating. You should be asking yourself, is this enough? Is this where I should be? Is there more I should be doing? Should I be growing? Because humans are supposed to grow. We are not supposed to stay the same way, the same place, the same ideas, the same thoughts. What is the use of life if there is so much? Otherwise, the world would be a very small place. The world is large, and we're supposed to learn from each other, grow. That's why there's diversity, so we can find out how others are doing things and see how others are viewing the world, and we can learn from them and we can share our perspectives. That's important. So if you're feeling that you're ready for a change, or you're starting to think maybe there is something better out there, maybe there is something better out there. Maybe you should be learning and learning something new and developing yourself, because we're either learning or we're growing or we're dying, right? It's two. You can't stay stagnant. Life is very dynamic. Things are changing all the time, and we are supposed to continue to learn and grow and develop as long as we are alive. Now, I know as we go to one stage of our life, as we change what I call seasons and chapters in our life, our focus is supposed to change. Our lenses with which we look at the world should change. We should have new perspective on the world. We should understand from a different perspective. We should broaden our learning. That is part of why we're here. That is important for us to do. Too often, we do not. Too often, we just hang on and we catch what everybody is saying, or we wait for the next Netflix show or the next writer to come up with a good storyline on TV to boost our imagination. But we need to be creative too. We shouldn't be always looking for creativity to come from the external. We should be also looking at our own internal creativity, because we have capacity to create. Now, it doesn't matter what you create, you need to tap into your creativity, because when you do that, your life becomes more compelling. You become more engaged, and you start to have more focus in the life. Now, I know sometimes it's hard to do that if you don't have a vision. So the first thing you need to do is ask yourself, why am I here? What's my vision? What's my purpose? Who am I here to serve? How am I here to serve them? In what way? We're not all cut out to serve the same people the same way. That would be boring. Why is there diversity if we're all going to do the same thing? We should not be expecting to do the same thing, share the same way, serve the same way, help the same way. No, we're supposed to bring new, fresh perspective. And there's someone says there's nothing new under the sun, and I tend to agree. Everything has been somewhat tried or done before, but each of us have been gifted with a specific, unique gift. Whether it's your voice, whether it's your intonation, whether it's your perspective on the world, whatever it is, you've been gifted that to share with the world. Do not deny yourself from the pleasure of sharing that with the world. One of the things we do here at IWS is we teach the well-being intelligence curriculum. And it's really an opportunity to tap into the intelligence of humanity, to tap into people's intelligence or human intelligence, what makes us human, right? But it's more than that. It's also because well-being means having a sense of comfort, being comfortable, being satisfied, being contented and fulfilled in our life. Well, how many of us can say we are there? It's because we lack something to get us there. Even people we see with lots of money, millionaires, whoever, we still see that they're lacking that sense of well-being. They're still searching for something. They're having all kinds of issues. So every one of us is going to be challenged to live a life of well-being. Unfortunately, what's a fulfilling life of well-being for me is not the same for your colleagues, for your boss, for your sister, for your spouse, for your child. We each have to identify, what does well-being look like for me on this planet for the short period of time that I'm here? You know, when I work with organizations, I work with employees, I remind them, we're only here for such a short period of time. And you're working with your colleagues for a short period of time. Before you know it, you're retired and you're no longer working with those colleagues. So for the time that you're there, how can you contribute to the workplace? How can you contribute to your organization? What are you teaching? What are you learning? What are you creating? All very important, because if well-being is the pursuit of happiness is the pursuit of well-being. Well-being is that sense of comfort, and it's going to be different for every person. For some people, that sense, that pursuit of happiness is finding a partner, and they're happy. They can stay under a tree. They're happy. For some people, that pursuit of happiness is having a child. For some, that pursuit of happiness is having a career.